yourself, what an amazing reality that all nations, tribes, and tongues, if you would call upon the name of the Lord, you can join this story of redemption. That you can actually sing praises to this mighty God and this mighty King. So this passage in Isaiah 9, it says, the people who walk in darkness will see a great light. Those who live in the land of the shadow of death, the light will shine on them. You see, Jesus Christ is the one who rescues us from the land of the shadow of death. When Christ came on the scene in his earthly ministry, he said, I am the light of the world. The one who follows me will certainly not walk in darkness. We have this double negative with this aorist subjunctive emphasizing this reality that if you would come to Christ, who is the light of the world, you would certainly not walk in darkness. You won't be characterized by your darkness anymore, but rather you will have the light of life. You see, what we see in the scriptures is that Christ is the light and he is the life. Christ said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father if not through me. And so the good news of the gospel is that we get reconciliation with our Creator. We go from being enemies of God who hate God, hate his law, hate his ways, want nothing to do with him, and yet God, in his omnipotence, takes dead sinners and he makes them alive. He rescues us from our darkness. This is the God that we preach. He is the one who is able to rescue you from the shadow of death. He can take you away from all of your darkness. All of your sin, past, present, and future sins can be nailed to the cross of Christ. And so this prophecy is dealing with the Christ who is the great light. Even if you walk in darkness today, the grace of God is greater than your darkness. The light of God shines and the darkness cannot overcome it. You see, God has clearly revealed himself to mankind. It says even in, if you're familiar with John 3:16, the next verse has a very applicable aspect to it, but I want to read this passage because it summarizes the gospel so well. For God loved the world in this way that he gave his only Son, or that all the believing in him should not perish, but have eternal life. For God did not send the Son into the world to judge the world, but in order that the world might be saved through him. He who believes in him is not judged. He who does not believe has been judged already, because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. And this is the judgment, that the light has come into the world, and men, really mankind, anthropos, mankind has loved the darkness rather than the light, for their deeds were evil. For everyone who does evil hates the light and does not come to the light, lest his deeds be exposed. But he who practices the truth comes to the light, so that his deeds may be manifested as having been done by God.